The first thing you want to do when you're going to try to grow ginger is make sure you have a viable rhizome. This is kind of like the root, it's called a rhizome. What you're looking for are these little buds like here. If you can see this here and this here. This is where the new growth is going to come from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this here and try to get a plant from this. And then I'm going to use this section here to get a second plant. And of course I'm going to eat these parts here because I love ginger. So when you're picking out the right rhizome, you want to look for these little lighter spots here. This is where the new growth is going to come from. And let's look how we're going to plant this rhizome in the soil. So I'm ready to put the ginger into the soil. And I let it go a couple days so you can see that this is the new growth is what you want to have. So I'm going to cut this right here. And then this, you want to make sure it's facing up. These are going to be the new leaves. Now, when you choose the pot you're going to grow your ginger in, you want it to be wide because ginger is going to grow out. It's not necessarily going to grow down. So you want to have a nice wide pot, put your ginger right in the middle so that over the time it can spread out. You'll have a nice ginger you can harvest and use later. So make sure that this is pointing up, the new growth, and make sure you have a nice wide pot because the ginger grows horizontally, not vertically. Okay, it's been a couple of weeks. I've been keeping the soil moist, not soggy, but moist. And remember the little bud that was on the ginger here, it now has some new growth. That's a great sign. You can see that the plant is growing. You don't want to be digging around seeing if it has roots or not. Let me zoom in here so you can get a better look. And so you can see this green was not here, so the ginger here is starting to grow. A couple more weeks, hopefully this will continue to grow. I'm putting this under a T5 light. You can put it in a sunny window because now that it has green on it, it's going to be able to start photosynthesizing, providing energy for itself. The roots that are growing under the soil are going to be taking in nutrients. And hopefully in a couple more weeks, I'll have a video and I'll be able to show you a full-grown ginger plant. So it's been about another 10 days. You can see the ginger plant is here, and I dug up one of these. I hope I didn't really do it too bad, but you can see we have roots growing here. So the roots are growing down, the plant is growing up. I'm gonna put this back in here. So it's a little bit longer process than what you might be used to. It's been about almost 3 weeks since I put this in the ground. So following all the steps, we now have ginger growing. So now you want to use a high phosphorus fertilizer to make sure that the roots are growing, and we want that tuber there to get much larger. So we do have some leaves forming after about 3 weeks.